Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Welcome in. We are live downtown Vegas. Circa Resort and Casino is the spot. Busy hour coming up. I will expand and we'll revisit my PCA proclamation from Pauly one of the weeks that you were out on vacation. I think it might have been last week. I have him at 80-1 to win the MVP. We'll go down that path in about 15 minutes. 2 more dingers today. Ohtani hit 2 more today, though, as well. Cubs got the win. And Matt Youmans with some best bets in college football coming up at the bottom of the hour.
Tampa shut out the Rockies and swept them.
Yeah. They only scored, 4 runs today, though?
Yep.
So they didn't go over their team total in that one, but they did get there with that spot yesterday. A lot of good content on the program today. Feeling good about this one. We did, and we talked about this with Mike Palm. Pauly and I have a mutual friend who was just here, bailed, thought that he lost $20,000 out of his backpack, got a phone call from Circa Security. Hey, this you? Yeah, I left it in the safe here at Circa. So now he's got to fly back out here to get the cash. What do you tip in a spot like that? This is from Tony on X, about 6 months back, Palace Station. Got a phone call.
Oh, where they got OJ. Yeah.
I'm sure the same thing happened here to Tony.
Give me my stuff.
Got the call from the slot manager.
Yeah?
Stating that he had left behind a ticket for more than $1,800 at a bar he was playing at. Could not believe it. Sometimes these stories do have a happy ending. Props to all this casino security for taking care of the customers.
It's like Mike Palm, too, at the Venetian. We interviewed Tommy. Remember we interviewed Thomas Riccio?
Oh, yes.
The guy who sold it. That guy was a lunatic.
Very much so.
That was a fun interview we did. He's the guy who sold the tape to TMZ for $150,000. He's in the documentary. Am I a rat? Okay, maybe I'm a rat. Okay.
That went live for 30 minutes nonstop, just back and forth.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, that was really, really well done. So this is what I can't believe.
He did say he's going to tip $2,000. I
Okay.
think that's nice, but that's a tough. It's absolutely foul money.
No question.
What do you leave? Who knows? It's up to you. It's like the kid who hit for $350,000 here.
That's right.
Look, they couldn't find his ass with both hands, but it's always a tough spot. But I think that's a solid tip to come in 2,000.
Yahoo Sports. So a month from right now, we're going to be extremely deep discussing week 1 of the National Football League. A lot of survivor chatter, obviously, but Yahoo Sports put this out there earlier today. The Rams are going to arrive in Australia the day before week 1 against the 49ers and depart Melbourne immediately after the game. San Francisco is going to get there a full week so players and coaches can adjust to the time difference. What do we make of this? I brought this up a little earlier. I've only been out of the country, off the continent one time in my life. It was when we went to Italy. I cannot sleep on a plane. It doesn't matter. I cannot do it. So that was about a 9.5-hour flight, I believe, give or take. There was one stop in Charlotte. So
Benadryl Brownie?
No, because I panic.
Okay.
I absolutely 35,000 feet in the air. I would absolutely lose my mind. So we get there.
It's 15 hours, by the way.
15 hours.
What are they doing?
They're going to get there the day before. How do you? Man, and I admitted this too. So beyond sleeping on a flight, I'm a really bad sleeper. I'll wake up 5 times a night. Whatever, it sucks. That night, after checking into the hotel room, I'll never forget this because we were going to go to Vatican City that day. Went to bed at midnight. I slept all the way straight through until noon. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was 8 o'clock when we woke up. Oh, I got some good sleep. It's noon. Wait, what? We slept 12 hours uninterrupted, which was the greatest feeling of all time.
Impressive.
So, but how do you do that on a 15, 16-hour flight? Hey, I'm good. Let's go play some football. That seems...
17-hour time difference. The Rams sent people from the organization to Australia and back to see when the jet lag hit them. They determined the best approach would be to prepare at home and leave for the game as late as possible.
Wow.
The Niners, by contrast, will get there a full week before the game to adjust to the time difference.
Well, there's also this. How is that going to be balanced off by the amount of injuries the 49ers will have?
Who knows who's playing?
How about this today, Pauly?
Is Shanahan coaching?
Good question. Today alone, the 49ers had at least 20 players sidelined with injuries at practice, more than 20% of their entire roster in training camp.
Never ends.
It's every single year with this outfit.
Yeah, and it continues week after week.
Maybe people shouldn't laugh at the whole substation thing.
No, I know. I'm not. I'm buying in. And the other thing too, you're probably going to have Aaron Donald on the Rams as well.
That seems like it's picking up more steam, right?
Like the Rams and the Dodgers here. But the price is going to be so low on them to be champions.
Yep.
Man, all these moves you made, now you're going to get Donald and Garrett.
Well, tonight's the night with the showing of the latest episode of the documentary. Week 5 last year, the Thursday night game alone. So I had 10 entries with partners. I had 5 of my 10 on the Rams in that Thursday night game against the 49ers. They got bumped up to a 9.5-point favorite. The Niners, again, typical here, they were without everybody.
Mac Jones was great.
Yeah, he played starting quarterback. He was fantastic. Then Kyron Williams, there was no helmet-to-helmet called inside the 5-yard line. Punched out the football. 49ers recover. They win the game. That knocked me out of 5 entries. And then what happened on Sunday with you?
Yep. That happened.
Well, no, you can't answer it. Yep, you got to answer it.
Yep. Stupid.
The fumble at the goal line.
I don't want to play the contest. It's just so bad. And I had the same thing happen to me. I had dinner with Tony Rizzo when he was out here. And I love what he's doing. Because since he had the heart attack, he goes, everything we're doing, bucket list, go. You never know when it's your last day.
For sure.
I survived the heart attack. Let's go. We're traveling around the world. Let's rock and roll. But they were involved in that Green Bay Dallas tie fiasco earlier in the week too. So I got a tie. I had the Rams game, and I got that buffoon DeMarcado dropping a ball at the 1-yard line.
Wait, the Packers Cowboys game was that week?
No.
Or that was like earlier.
That was earlier.
Okay.
No, but this didn't follow it up with DeMarcado.
Well,
against
honestly,
Tennessee.
Look, every single year you have a 2x4 upside the head with how bad some of these beats are. I'm going to say it's unlikely we have a worse beat than that one.
It would have been 28-6 with 10 minutes left.
That sounds about right.
He dropped the ball. He dropped the ball on purpose after ripping off a 72-yard run.
Yeah.
He dropped the ball before he ran in the end zone. Instead of 28-6, Tennessee they went 80 yards for their first touchdown in 8 quarters. They scored 16 fourth quarter points. And I remember the final drive where Arizona could run the clock out, and they went run, and 3rd and 10 handoff. You knew Tennessee was coming down kicking a field goal.
Yep, exactly.
22-21, I'm out.
They gave it up to Tennessee.
Yes.
The Titans, do people remember how awful they were at that time?
Yep.
As you said, no score in eight consecutive quarters there for a touchdown. That's one of in the history of Circa Survivor, that might be the worst beat. And we get them every single year.
Yep.
But that one...
It was over.
Yep. So what do you think now? Derek was super happy yesterday. He said the pace is flying over compared to last year. He threw out numbers like 45% higher. I mean, we're going to get to 20,000, no problem. I mean, you want to get nuts? Are we going to get to 22.5? Are we going to touch 23,000 people?
I have no idea. I don't know where it's going to go. I thought they'd get to 20 last year and fell short. So,
well, that will not happen this year. Yeah. They will get to 20,000.
You're that strong on it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a bigger question is, what about Grandissimo?
They should be able to get to 70 or 80, right?
I would think.
To what they did in year 1. Absolutely. So we had Aaron Moore on, and the College Football Guide is phenomenal. He was asking for a prop. Will a 3-loss team make the playoff? And then Youmans and Tim Murray had Brett McMurphy on, and he was also asked about the question about will a 3-loss team make the playoff and what he thinks will transpire. Here's Brett McMurphy on VSiN Primetime.
Number one example is you look at the win totals, Matt. You look at there's only 2 teams in the SEC that are at 9.5 or higher, and that's Texas and Georgia. If you don't have more than 2 teams with double-digit wins from the SEC, they're not going to get more than 2 teams in the playoff. I don't see a 9-3 team getting in the playoff unless they're just mass destruction and chaos everywhere else.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I would make it a favorite for a 3-loss team to reach the college football playoff this year. We're going to see if Circa will put up that prop. Will a 3-loss team make the playoff field? And I think there's a decent chance an SEC team that played a strong schedule with 3 losses is going to get into the playoff.
I think they've got a chance, but again, they're looking at the 11-year history of the college football playoff. They can talk about strength of schedule. They can talk about all these different factors that they supposedly consider. The only consistency they've had with all these different committees that are always different individuals is they value the fewest number of losses every single time.
Interesting. Youmans would make it the small favorite.
I think it's got to be a small favorite.
I think he's right.
Yeah.
I would lean that way. Just because they started the whole crap during SEC. That's the first thing all these coaches said.
Right. Well, it's also, I think it's going to be inevitable when you have this many teams making the playoff.
Yeah.
And we have the super conference. If we didn't have super conferences, I would say no, it's not going to happen.
And then you added another conference game in the SEC. That's
right.
the other thing.
Also, Brett, great appearance last night. He also said when he was asked about the Heisman Trophy, and I completely respect this, he said, I don't have a bet because you can make a case for too many guys. And he said something along the lines of, you're basically throwing a dart. Like, which quarterback are you going to land on? And I can feel that.
I respect the answer.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yep.
Football season's here, and you need your reps before week one. The Sharps has a free weekly league that lets you practice the same plays you already study. Prop, side, totals, combos. Everyone starts 10,000 chips. Build your stack, climb the leaderboard, sharpen your reads. Enter at jointhesharps.com or scan the QR code on the screen and use code VSIN50 for a 50% deposit bonus up to $100. Jointhesharps.com, code VSIN50. Weekly head-to-head. Both start with 10,000 chips each Tuesday. Week resets Monday at midnight. Bet all or nothing on any sport. Lose it all, hit zero, you're done for the week. Weekly winner, bigger stack. When the week wraps, takes the round, and most weekly wins takes the title for the season. Check out the free weekly leagues at jointhesharps.com, jointhesharps.com, and VSIN50 is your code for the deposit bonus.
Up next, I will revisit my PCA proclamation, and also I'll tell you which pitcher became the first to ever pull off the following numbers since 1913.
This is Follow the Money on VSIN.
I'll give you some numbers here after today's game. Another win by the Cubs. Dodgers swept back-to-back series now. Same game parlays out there. Ohtani with 2 bombs, but PCA with 2 bombs as well today. So now he's favored at most books, I think, to win the National League MVP. P. Crow Armstrong, this is from the Wrigley Wire on X. PCA has to be the MVP. He's up to an F4 of 7.9. 26 home runs, 28 stolen bases, 22 outs above average through 115 games. You break down the best and worst fielding runs value by position. He is plus 24 overall, best in Major League Baseball in center field. The other best positional players, J.J. Weatherholt plus 19. That's the reason why he's favored to win National League Rookie of the Year. Other best players, Bobby Witt plus 14. Nobody else in double digits. Dingler for the Tigers is plus 11 behind the plate. But that's how good he is. This is from Baseball World. He's 100% going to go down in the same conversation as Andrew Jones and Willie Mays defensively. It's not normal. Andrew Jones, obviously elite as it gets. I'll throw out Ken Griffey Jr., Jim Edmonds, too, playing center field.
Oh, he was awesome.
He was so good. But that's what we're talking about with PCA. And most fielding runs, Major League Baseball center fielder since 2024, he's at 60. Nobody else is above 40. That's how good he is defensively. So I said yesterday, I think if Ohtani's done pitching, then PCA is going to win the award. I don't know if Ohtani's done pitching yet. Nobody does.
You got the break there. Because, this is like Michael Jordan, Asia Wilson. I mean, you know who the best player is, but are the voters going to have fatigue? Like, we know Ohtani's the best player, but he's going to win it every single year. Well, now the door's open with what happened with the pitching, and PCA continues to crush it.
Sure it is. So I did, and when I was on the air the day that I bet him at 80-1, PCA, that is, to win the MVP, I said, look, he doesn't really have a path unless Ohtani is out for the year, basically. So I put the amount of money on it where it'd be a really fun day if he wins, but if I lose, the bet's going to be like, okay, yeah, I wasn't an idiot by just completely getting too aggressive there, because he still had to beat Ohtani. So I wouldn't even think about it twice. But again, if he wins, okay, that's fun. And then I said, if he does win the award last week when you were off the air, we'll take the entire crew here on the show, Pauly, it's their choice. You're included. Either a night at Barry's, a cabana at Stadium Swim, or I'll put a bet in. I'll put a future bet in for the entire crew.
Too generous. They're not that good. What they decide?
No, but they haven't yet.
They haven't decided yet.
So Luke said, "Yeah, I kind of want the bet."
Okay. Yeah, we got Cabanas for him several times.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe that's the way. He has to win the award first.
Well, looking good. Minus 120.
A lot of baseball left. And if Ohtani comes back to pitch and he's good, I don't think then PCA will win.
How much does record matter? Individual, forget the individual stuff. Team that matter. Like, what if the Cubs catch the Brewers? What if the Cubs have this great record? And certainly sweeping them helps here.
Well, do you think also voters would have this conversation, and this is hence war getting baked in? Where do we think the Dodgers are without Ohtani playing at all? And where do we think the Cubs are at without PCA? As I just documented, he's the best defensive player in baseball, probably not close, and his numbers are insane offensively.
Yeah, maybe should be higher. Maybe it's too low. Maybe there's still value on him right now. Why not?
At minus 120?
Yes.
Well, to me, it all comes down if Ohtani pitches.
Uh-huh.
And I said yesterday, if the season ended today, I still think Ohtani would win. If it ended today now, one more day in the books.
Be careful.
Who would win?
An old-fashioned at Barry's is $40.
Well, there's going to be a limit on it.
Andrew can't even send an email.
We're not, okay, they're not, I'll preface it by saying, you're not going to get, I'll buy some wine, but we're not getting $44 old-fashions. No.
It's a hell of a drink, though.
An old-fashioned?
Oh, they make it so, the bar over here, how they make it?
That might be power rated number one overall.
It is, yep.
Yeah, but it could be like at the time, because it's not going to be, by the way,
Is this more than the Lopez Defensive Player of the Year?
Oh, God, no.
Not even close?
No, that was,
okay.
Well, first of all, he was 500 to 1.
Yeah, but that was just, I would think that was it's like.
I won 100,000 to Brooke Lopez.
Okay.
I had 200 on him. I do not do that well.
He was the favorite at one point.
He was odds on at one point, yeah.
Incredible.
Barry's is the leader.
Oh, not that good. Andiamo's better.
He says it's not that good.
Andiamo's better. I love Andiamo.
Barry's
you go
is
see
awesome.
Miguel, too. He'll dance for you. Coming, Looks like Pitbull. The best waiter in the world.
He's very good.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's very good.
Always ask for Miguel at Andiamo's.
So if he wins it, though, it won't be until Thanksgiving week. That's why I don't like that. The baseball betting on awards has been dialed back by me. I don't like having it tied up for 8 months. You guys got to think, though, because there might be a fun college basketball team to have a future on at that time. Might be a fun team to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Cabana, I could throw that out. I think the guys should go with the bet.
With the bet?
Yeah. What are they going to? Yeah. How do you decide on what the bet's going to be, though?
Well, they would
put
have
it
to
on
talk
a hand
about
of blackjack. Live, damn it. That's what they should do.
They could do that for sure. Yeah.
Roulette, red, black, whatever.
That sounds. How about 00?
000.
Good move. Let's have a night. Overall.
Sure.
Okay, so
good for you. All right.
In terms of the baseball betting for tonight, we're both on the Red Sox. It just kind of feels like, and Burke's been amazing for the White Sox. But you really,
well, Youmans is on him. I can't talk you off. How do you go against a team that is on this 29-5 run? And yesterday was easy. 30-cent move late. The game was over in the first inning. I know all the Burke numbers. I'm a little bit concerned that the moment's too big because he's from the area and he's going to have so many family and friends there, and you're going against this freight train. How about 11 wins in a row against division leaders? And by the way, the White Sox stink on the road.
Yep.
So that's why it's Sonny Gray too. 11-1 last 15 starts. It all points to Boston tonight.
Yeah, pretty good. 13-2 overall for Sonny.
Yes.
This number has moved. So the first one that I saw last night was offshore. It was minus 115. So based on that, now here it's circled up to $1.44. So we got in around mid 120 range on that one. So it keeps moving from that. I'm guessing that Boston's going to be on every parlay tonight as well. They can't lose. I will point out again that Sean Burke, the last, my God, month and a half, 2 months? He's been the White Sox best pitcher. And the last 5 starts, he's been, I'm not going to say he's Mizorowski range, but the guy, 3 double-digit K games in his last 5 overall.
So bet on the Red Sox and bet against the A's. You're making a killing. You got your own island if you've been doing that.
I know.
For the last month and a half. Boston, 29-5 run. And if they win tonight, first American League team since 2017 to have a 30-5 run. The A's have lost 26 of 31 and 32 of 41.
just a really bad roster right now.
ERA of almost 7. Team ERA during that stretch.
Right.
And finding new ways to lose like they did last night. And the Reds at home at a cheap price as well.
It was back-to-back wild pitches?
I think that's what it was, yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
To lose a game like that. I've not bet it yet because I want to see, we got plenty of time before first pitch. I'm very intrigued by taking Detroit at a nice plus price. They were touching plus 135 earlier.
Yeah. So is it more of what the offense is doing?
Oh, the offense is completely reliable.
Sure. It'd be an auto play if it wasn't for Wu's unbelievable record at home.
Sure. That's the one thing that would be concerning, obviously. I mentioned this a little bit earlier. You absolutely have to fade him on the road. He's a disaster. He's one of the worst pitchers of baseball on the road this year. At home, the exact opposite. Like if his overall season-long numbers were identical on the road as they are at home, he'd be in the mix to win the Cy Young. That's how good he is at home. And that's kind of a problem why I haven't bet him yet. But I do have a bet on Anderson's K-props for Detroit. I'll expand on that coming up in best bets coming up in about 20 minutes.
How about the game that goes in 10 minutes? It's Detmers against Rogers. I was surprised he stayed put. They traded almost everyone else. 2 earned runs fewer allowed, 7 of the last 10. There's another bad outfit. They've lost 21 of 28. They're terrible. And Rogers, after a poor start, 4-1 with an ERA of 2, going back. He has found his game in the last 10.
Yeah, well, they're so bad, Pauly, that this was our biggest concern when we made that bet on the Giants to have the worst record.
Yeah.
Giants losers again today. They are sitting at 48-67. The Angels are 43-70.
Sure. I have to give you this because it's so unbelievable. The Mets are playing Cleveland. Bybee goes for the Guardians. In his 11 losses, they've scored 18 runs.
Oh. Wow.
No support. None. He's $1.07. Scott's been good for the Mets. Keith Hernandez had to apologize for saying the Mets got rid of the garbage. He said it live on the air.
Did he really?
We got rid of all the garbage, he said.
Wow.
They had to apologize. But that is astonishing. 18 runs of support and it's 11 losses.
I will say it's not very often that you can get Paul Skeens at plus 120.
Can't do it.
Win a
Don't
baseball
want him.
game.
ERA of 5. It's a larger sample size now. 14 starts, ERA of 5.
VSiN host Matt Youmans next, diving into best bets for the upcoming college football season and ask him why Notre Dame is number 1 in his power ratings.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Time now for some best bets tonight, tomorrow night, college football as well. VSiN host Matt Youmans joins the program now. He is on the progressive guest line. Hey, Matt, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty well, and I can't wait to hear this story about what went wrong for you at Culver's on your trip to Wisconsin.
Okay, so this goes back. Yeah, we landed on Saturday night a couple of weeks ago. Our first stop, as always, when we get back there is at Culver's because I crave it. We're getting one out here in Las Vegas finally. And it's I'm right there with you. It's either number 1 or number 2 with Portillo's as the best fast food joints you can find in the country. However, this was my first really disappointing experience of my life at Culver's. On the menu now, right, when you pull up, we went to the drive-thru. I'm like, oh, boy, you got a brand-new jalapeno chicken sandwich? They're like, yeah, absolutely. I'm like, I want one of those. I need one of those. That sounds delicious. I ordered that. We got a mushroom and Swiss, cheese curds, and a soda. Mm-hmm. It takes 25 minutes for them to get us our food. Not only did they screw up my order, and I don't send stuff back. I'm not one of those guys. Maybe I should be. They gave me a burger, and on the screen it says jalapeno chicken. I'm like, yeah, and I had a conversation with the guy. It's a jalapeno burger they gave me, which I would never order. I'm like, oh, this is below average. Lorraine had a mushroom and Swiss. You can't screw up a mushroom and Swiss. They did. The cheese curds were absolutely average, and the soda was flat. It tastes like water. And I'm just like, I was so turned off, Matt. I'm like, I need some time away from the idea of going to Culver's.
That's disappointing to hear that. It's obviously poor service at that specific Culver's you went to. That's not reflective of all the Culver's across the nation. But when you have a negative experience like that, it's hard to get past it. I understand. I don't understand the part, though, how you could get a jalapeno burger when you ordered a jalapeno chicken sandwich. Is the service that bad?
It was that far off. Like, I open it up, I'm like, is this your mushroom and Swiss? Well, let me see the other sandwich. No, that's well, then what is this? I'm like, no. So they screwed up everything.
That's unfortunate.
You know what? I know Paul Howard wanted me to do the top 50 again this year, and I'm not going to do it. But if we did do it this year, there would be a new number one. And Culver's would drop from the one spot. Would not drop far. But this goes back to the controversy we had a week ago with Super Dave Ross going to Culver's in Tennessee and ordering broccoli. And,
Get that poison out of here.
I reviewed my policy on deducting 2 points from Culver's power rating for having broccoli on the menu. You know what? That should be more than 2 points. That should be like almost a 5-point deduction. They even have that vile weed. Isn't that what they said in the Seinfeld show? They called broccoli vile weed.
Newman.
That should not even be on the menu. So it probably should be a bigger deduction. And that alone should drop Culver's probably from the top spot and put Portillo's up to number one.
All right. So Matt Youmans, top 20 fast food rankings end of August. Looking forward to that. You're on the Red Sox tonight. I can't blame you. This freight train, and not to mention the White Sox, are a bad road team.
How about this? The Red Sox are 24-3 in their last 27, and the Dodgers have lost 6 in a row.
Yeah.
All right, so Sonny Gray goes tonight, and he's 13-2 on the season, ERA under 3, but his last 2 starts have been concerning. It's probably regression for Sonny Gray. Over 12 innings in those last 2 starts, 17 hits, 9 earned runs. But at Fenway this season, he's allowed about 1 home run every 10 or 11 innings pitched. So he's been pretty good at home. And when you got a team this hot in baseball, just ride the streak. You don't try to bet against it. And ride the streak with the Red Sox. I bet them overnight. I thought minus 120 was a very cheap price. I think Kalshi had minus 117. I've seen some books at a little bit higher price today, but when you got a team that's winning like this, 24-3 over the last 27 is insane. And I just have to back the Red Sox again tonight.
All right, football is back. Hall of Fame game tomorrow. State your case for the under. Kenny Pickett against Carson Beck.
Yeah, I think we're going to see pretty poor quarterback play tomorrow night. And when you see quarterbacks like this, mediocre quarterbacks or young guys, and they don't have the elite skill position players to work with, it's even worse, right? They're not going to have the number one wide receivers, number one running backs out there to work with. A lot of times, and in the case of the Panthers, none of the starters are going to play. So you're going to have backup offensive linemen in there as well. Over the last 2 years in the preseason, Carolina Panthers have averaged 11.7 points a game. Dave Canales doesn't care about the preseason. Like I say, he's not going to play any starters. You got Kenny Pickett, Haynes King, going to be his quarterbacks. If you look at the Cardinals, Jacoby Brissett, Gardner Minshew apparently going to sit it out. That's going to be Carson Beck and Keaton Slovis. Overs have actually hit 4 straight in the Hall of Fame game, but the previous 9 were 7-2 under the total. Steve McKinnon's got some strong trends on this stuff. I don't care as much about trends as I do just I think you're going to have mediocre to inexperienced quarterbacks and no real playmakers out there on the field with those guys tomorrow night. So under 35.5.
Very good. The college football betting guide is also out, dropped earlier this week here at VSiN, and Matt Youmans did a lot of writing for it, as always, and did a bang-up job. That's guaranteed every single year, much like the fast food rankings until this season, all of a sudden. And he joined us here on the Progressive Guest Line. Can you take us through why you have Notre Dame as your number 1 power-rated team in the country?
So when last season ended, Ohio State was power-rated number 1, Indiana 2, and Notre Dame 3. But it was very tight there at the top. And I'm not even going to say at the end of last season, Indiana would have been favored over Notre Dame on a neutral. It would have been close to a pick 'em, or the Irish might have even been favored. Well, they basically bring back the entire number 1 defense in college football. I think that's what they're going to have here. They've got most of that personnel back on defense, and they should have the best D. Indiana was number 2 in scoring defense in college football last year, 11.7 a game, right behind Ohio State. But I think Notre Dame's going to have an elite defense this time around. Plenty of NFL talent there. And if you look at Ohio State, I know they're replacing NFL draft picks with 5 stars, okay? But the 5 stars are not going to step in and play at the same level as Caleb Downs and guys like that, the NFL studs that were picked high in the draft. That's why I think Ohio State's defense is going to slip a little bit. I know they reload, they don't rebuild, but they're going to slip a little bit. The Buckeyes will on defense. Notre Dame's not going to slip at all. Notre Dame's going to be better defensively, and basically the entire team's back except for the two running backs, Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price, who were first-round draft picks. But I've always maintained running backs are replaceable. They don't really move power ratings much at all, and Notre Dame's got plenty of running back, wide receiver talent surrounding T.J. Carr, who's going to be even better as a sophomore quarterback. I think this Notre Dame team is the strongest across the board. But I'll say this. If you look at our top 7, and I had Paul Stone combined, I combined my power rankings with his to come up with our top 7. And we got Notre Dame 1, Oregon 2, Ohio State 3, Georgia 4, Texas 5, followed by Indiana and Miami. I've only got about 2 points or 2.5 points separating the top 5 and a total of 3 points of separation in the top 7. So it's a razor-thin separation in the top 7. Not much of a difference, but there is a bit of a drop-off after you get past Miami at number 7. But I think Notre Dame, I know there's a lot of Irish haters out there. I don't care about the haters. I don't care about the SEC haters. When you're putting together power ratings, it's just an unbiased rating. Notre Dame, to me, deserves to start this season 1. It was very close with Oregon, Ohio State, Georgia, Texas right there.
Very good, my friend. This is a great case you made. They are calling Whittingham a stain remover. Your favorite bet is Michigan win total under?
Well, Fresno over 6.5, which I talked about with Mitch on the show a couple weeks ago. And then Michigan under 8.5, I think, is just as good. The problem here is this price on Michigan under 8.5 has been going up over the past month. I think maybe minus 160 is the best you can find on it now. I like the Kyle Whittingham hire. I think it's an outstanding hire. You had to have an adult in the room after all the corruption that had taken place, the corruption of the Jim Harbaugh era and the incompetence of the Sherrod Moore era. And last year when you watched Bryce Underwood at quarterback, it was obvious he was not being coached. It was a joke how poorly coached Michigan was a year ago. So Kyle Whittingham's going to change that. But at the same time, the talent levels dropped off for the Wolverines, and the schedule gets tougher. Look at this. On the road, Oregon and Ohio State. At home, Oklahoma, Indiana, Iowa, Penn State. And there's some other spots on that schedule where the Wolverines could get tripped up. I got major questions about the quarterback position for the Wolverines. I think even if everything went right, 9-3 would be the best case scenario, and I can't see that happening. I think under 8.5 for Michigan's a really good play.
Very good. Matt, thank you for the time as always. Awesome job in the guide. Man, the job that you did and everybody else who wrote a lot for it, really tip of the cap to you guys. Enjoy the night off and best of luck this week.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got a lot of guys like Adam Burke, JVT, Wes Reynolds, Steve Mackinnon, a lot of guys who put in a lot of hours of work on that, and I think that's the best publication we put out at VSiN. 350 pages. It's definitely worth it.
No doubt. It's crazy good. And again, you can get it right now at vsin.com/guide. Thanks, Matt.
You bet. Thanks.
Yep. A lot of time goes into that. I told JVT that when we recorded Pod of the Futures, which, by the way, is out now, wherever you get your podcasts, and we talk nothing but college football in the guide. I think some people might just be like, well, yeah, that was pretty easy to do. The time that it took to write that thing and put it all together, I can't even imagine the hours that went into it. It's so good.
A lot of best bets in there, too.
Yep. In-pocket plays are up next. I'll tell you which starting pitcher, his K-prop, I laddered tonight here on Follow the Money.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3 to 1 odds. Nope. 5 to 1. Nope. 10 to 1. You're on.
Rain delay in the Phillies game. And it's football. It's back. We made it. Game tomorrow. I wanted to run this by you. You were out. Paul Stone found this. And this is still available at BetMGM.
Okay.
Who will have, it's a three-way, who will have more wins, Notre Dame or Miami? Notre Dame's $1.20. They play in November. Notre Dame's laying 7. Are they going to lose at BYU? Their win total's 11.5. They're $8 to make the playoff. Miami's stacked, a lot of talent, but also there's always a game that seems Cristobal loses. So if assuming Notre Dame beats Miami at home and they're out for blood and revenge and what happened last year, are they going to lose 2 more times?
Well,
or is Miami going to run the table?
What if that's a big assumption?
You think,
Miami goes there and beats them.
Yeah.
No, I'm
But
saying
still,
it's not.
I'm a 7-point favorite. And
Okay.
Who knows, maybe it's higher.
Sure. Where are the other losses at for Miami? At Wake Forest?
People are
That's on a
pointing to that.
Friday
It's a
night?
Friday night game. That they said that would be typical Cristobal to lose that game.
At Clemson before the bye week?
Unlikely, but you
at,
never know.
At North Carolina before they play at Notre Dame?
No.
They're not losing to Duke, Vatech, or Boston College. Is Franklin going to go there and beat them?
Some people think so. Excuse me. That he's going to have success right away. I don't. Is that at home?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, no, I get the logic here with Notre Dame being a 7-point favorite there. Yeah, okay. Still available at BetMGM.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Recapping the stuff from last night. Yeah, the Tigers rocking share their first 5 plus 105. That was a good one. And plus 111 in the full game. Melton, incredible. He's the guy, by the way.
Some numbers on him.
First pitcher since earned runs became a stat in both leagues, 1913, to have a sub-2 ERA, sub-1 whip, 13-plus team wins in his first 16 career starts. That's unbelievable. And then the Rays team total got there over 5.5 against that. Now, did you see what happened here? They hit that grand slam. They had 5 runs into the 3rd inning. They did not score again until the 9th.
Inning. Come back.
And then it went to extras and craziness.
And covered the run line.
As for tonight, so we'll grade these here for the sake of this segment. So I did bet these and I brought it up on the air. The numbers are no longer available, but you can find some still pretty good numbers out there. And it's on Drew Anderson tonight going for the Tigers. It caught my attention last night when I was looking at the Opta AI projections at vsin.com. Their number 1 projection today, not even close, was Anderson's K-prop over. It still is, by the way. So did a little bit of digging here because he is a reliever. They did add him to the roster in the offseason thinking that he was a starter in the past, like he was going to be a starter this year, but then too mixed up, obviously, too much of a mess there at starter, like not enough room for him to do it, so he turned into a reliever, basically going at 1 inning. Well, now the deadline has passed. There's no more Tarek Skubal, there's no more Casey Mize. So AJ Hinch has talked about starting tonight that Drew Anderson and Jackson Jobe will be responsibly stretched out. What does that mean? Is it going to be 2 innings to begin? His outs prop is 3.5. I'm sorry, check that. His outs prop is 9.5 over minus 130 tonight. So if he goes like 4 strong innings, I'm going to be feeling pretty good about this K prop. On the year, 11 plus Ks per 9 and a K rate of 28.3%. Cam Schlittler has a K per 9 of 11.02. There's also this. He's 32 years old. His previous starts came against Cleveland back on May 20th. 4 2/3, shutout ball, 2 hits, 2 walks. He struck out 7. His other start, June 15th, he went 2 2/3. That was it. Gave up a run, 2 hits, 2 walks, struck out 5. You give me 4 innings tonight, I'm feeling pretty decent about this ladder. I got 3 plus minus 141, 4 plus at plus 179. I added more at plus 136. 5 plus at plus 425 and 6 plus at 11-1. Right now at DK, you can find 4 plus at plus 124 and 5 plus at plus 260 if you want to get involved. Have some fun tonight.
Eat
with Drew Anderson tonight.
Yes, wait's over. College football guide's here. Sign up for VSiN Pro today. Instant access to our college football betting guide. Previews every team, 138 teams. Preseason top 50, Youmans and Stone's top 10, power ratings, proven betting systems, Stone's top 15 quarterbacks. You get the NFL betting guide as well and the Fantasy Life Fantasy Football Guide. $9.99. Come on, start today. Or a full year, save 50% with the VSiN Pro annual subscription. Every best bet, every host, every guest. The Meat Man, the Butcher. And Nigel back. We got lower league soccer next week. What a time. Get in. And the 6th run with the overs in the WNBA. VSiN.com/subscribe. Thanks to Scott, who sent this to me. I can't believe this. Either he went there or just he ordered it and sent it to me. This is St. Cloud Apollo Hockey, where I went to high school. He sent this and dropped it off when he was here.
That's pretty incredible.
Thanks to Scott, who did that as well, and also the St. Cloud State hats. Okay. Very excited for Chris Felica, the Bear, in studio with Will Hill and Femi coming up in 10 minutes, and Femi's review of the Odyssey. Can't wait for that.
Is he going to give a full review?
I think so. Hardcore. Okay. Gather around. It's story time. Gather around the campfire. Help us out. What am I missing here? FTM@vsin.com or tweet at us at vsin live or at Pauly Howard at Mitch Moss Radio. You know the guy. These guys are friends for 30 years. Played high school baseball together. One of them owns a business. The best friend is a manager. And you always say, work less, make more.
Is a manager at his business?
Yes.
Copy.
Friends for 30 years. He makes 6 figures and works 20 hours a week. He has ownership of the company.
Okay.
Numerous vacations with the families, always paid for. Guys didn't have to go in pocket, and he gets spending money. Go back since high school, 30 years. Shows up last week. I'm quitting. 10 days notice. What's the problem? They offered me, this place down the street offered me $30,000 more. Okay. I'll match it. Done. Comes back the next day. They offered me a $25,000 signing bonus. Okay. I'll match that too. His wife also used to work for the company and stole $200,000. He said, we'll worry about that later.
My God, you got free reign to tell us on the air?
Yes.
Holy hell's bells. Okay. Go ahead. Please continue.
He still said no and left the company.
Wow.
What am I missing?
I don't. That's...
Can you... He's baffled. He's stunned. Oh. He thinks, the owner, the guy who left, he's convinced he'll never see him ever again. He also took the job. He took the job, and it's a $30,000 raise, even though I would have matched it.
Right.
It's double the work. It's 45 hours a week, 40 hours a week.
And he's convinced he'll never see him again.
And he says the friendship he thinks is over. He doesn't think he'll see him again.
Oh, so clearly
he thinks maybe the wife got to him, but even if the wife... So, what doesn't make sense? Give me a raise. Okay. Signing bonus.
Okay.
We're best friends for 30 years. Okay. What am I missing?
I don't know who these people are. Is that guy passive aggressive? Is this his way of basically being, I'm out? Like this, you're not going to see me ever again? We can't be friends anymore?
Right? He's throwing away 30 years of a friendship.
I'm speculating.
Okay. So I can't. He said no twice. He's throwing away 30 years of friendship and ownership of the company for $30,000, and I have to work double.
Is he listening right now?
No.
For sure.
Which one?
The guy who left?
No.
You know that for a fact?
I don't know. Nothing's a fact.
Hey, okay.
But this is from the owner.
Wow. That's pretty strong stuff. What does he think? What does the owner think?
He's hurt. He's stunned. He can't believe it. He needs an explanation. He's losing his mind. The co-manager also can't figure it out. I mean, how about all the trips and the spending money?
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
The airfare, the accommodations.
Kind of a big, yeah, there's
Bahamas,
definitely...
Las Vegas.
There's definitely something there if he was going to get matched everything he threw at him, and now this is going to also be more work on top of it. How is that a better opportunity? How does that improve your life?
Yeah.
Is that company taking him to Cabo?
You lose the ownership, and yes, right, gone. It was in the contract.
It seems a little...
You give that up.
Huh.
It's always work less, make more. He's doing the opposite.
Wow.
And throwing away a friendship. Go back to high school baseball.
To high school baseball, too.
But out of the blue to come in. He goes on a trip with his wife. He comes back. I'm done in 10 days. What? How about a little more notice?
Oh, totally. The owner was absolutely stunned. Completely out of left field.
Left field. 10 days.
Wow.
Give me a raise. Okay. Signing bonus. Okay.
Yeah, this probably doesn't happen every day across the country. That's a wild one.
These guys were tight too. I mean, I just don't understand this pissing away a friendship like that.
There's going to have to be a therapist involved somehow.
Yeah.
To get to the bottom of this.
You can't. No, because beyond exploit. Yeah. Can't grasp it.
No.
Unprecedented. Doesn't make any sense.
No, none. But you know what? I bet you people listening right now have a story that can relate to it.
Yes. You never know people.
This is going to be great tonight. Femi, along with Will Hill, in studio tonight. Chris the Bear Felica coming up as well on the program. Good luck betting.